welcome to our reading corner. I am so glad you're here today. I am Miss Bird, and we have an awesome story we're going to read today and an awesome activity. So we are going to start with our Brain Smart Start to wake up our brains. I have a song called 5 Little Ducks we're going to sing. So get your 5 little ducks up. Get your 5 fingers up. We're going to do 5 little ducks. 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but none of the 5 little ducks came back. Sad mother duck went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back. Quack, 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 quack. All of the 5 little ducks came back. Oh, awesome, friends. Thank you for singing with me. I hope you are ready for our reading corner. Come on over and join me. Hello and welcome to our reading corner. I have a book. Look at that building. A first book of structures. Let's take a look inside our book to see what they have going on. Buildings all around us. You've probably noticed that your house has floors, walls, and windows. But did you know it might have a foundation, a frame, and beams too? Let's go for a walk with our 5 friends to find out about how buildings are put together. So this says, a building is a structure, something that is made up of different parts. Buildings are all around us and have lots of different uses. Sally's dad has built her a treehouse. Her friends have come over to see it. What a great little building. Everybody is having fun, except Max. He can't climb up to join them. Maybe Max needs his own house. Let's go to the library. We can get a book on how to build a doghouse. And we can look at buildings on the way. Firm foundation. Yuli thinks that such a deep hole must have taken a lot of digging. Martin is watching the construction workers pour concrete. This foundation is going to be very strong. A foundation is the lowest part of a building. It keeps the rest of the building stable by anchoring it securely in the ground. A place to stand. Next stop, the library. Pedro is making sure the floor is solid enough to hold all these books. A floor is the surface we stand on in a building. Floors are made of a very durable material so that they last a long time. So what you're standing on now, that's the floor. Look up. As they leave the library, Nick notices the beams above his head. They are wide and very long. How many beams can you see? A beam is usually a long, thick piece of wood, stone, or metal. It is very rigid so that it can support floors, ceilings, and other building parts. You can't always see the beams, but most structures have them. So let's count the beams we see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We see 4 beams here. Nature's buildings. Some animals build their own homes. Too bad Max can't build his own doghouse. Yuli decides they just will have to do a great job for him. To make their nest, wasps chew tiny bits of wood into a pulp. Then they spit out the pulp and pat it into place with their feet. When it hardens, they have a waterproof home. Most birds make nests too. They use twigs, leaves, and sometimes even spider webs. They weave the materials together to make a place to raise their young. What other animal homes can you see? Oh, let's look. There's a beaver home there. We see, oh, this is a hole here. I wonder what's down in there. Look, there's rabbits down in there. Then they talked about the wasp, their homes. Do you see anything else? Oh, I see the squirrel climbing up the tree, and his home is in the tree. He lives in a hole in the tree. Up the wall. Yuli looks in a window at her school. She read at the library that walls do more than just hold up the blackboard. Walls do many important things. They divide a building into rooms and keep the outside outside. They also help keep the roof up. So there's lots of uses for the wall. Frame it. Pedro looks up at the skyscrapers. He can see right through one of them because it is just being built. Pedro is looking at the building's frame. Frames can be made of wood, steel, or concrete. A frame gives the structure shape and support. Other parts, like beams and walls, are built on top of the frame. So look, you can see where they have the frame and then they have the wall that they're building on top of the frame. Super shapes. Sally has been to the city hall before. She remembers the dome. Look how big it is. The shapes are used. 3 shapes are used in a lot of buildings because they are so strong. An arch is a structure that is curved at the top. The arch shape helps spread weight around. A dome is also curved at the top and helps spread the weight of a structure. It can cover a large space with few supports. A triangle is the strongest shape. Lots of weight can be added to a triangle and it won't change its shape. So you see there's the dome, there's the triangle, and then if you look at the window frames, there's arches there. Cool columns. See, these are columns here. The columns of this bus shelter remind Yuli of trees. They remind Nick of the columns on his porch at home. Columns are used to hold up parts of a structure, such as the roof. Because they support so much weight, they have to be made of sturdy materials. So looking at this, what do you think these are made of? It looks like metal. Indoor, outdoor. Sally loves to look through the big window door at the fire station. The door lets light in and lets fire trucks out in a hurry. Most buildings have doors and windows. Doors allow people and pets to come and go. Windows allow light or sometimes a nice breeze to come in. A roof over our heads. It's raining. Time to find somewhere dry. Martin suggests they go back to the tree fort. Pedro is glad they will have a roof protecting them. A roof is the top covering of a building. It shelters the building from the weather. So you can see at their tree house, they have a roof to keep the rain away from them. Back to the treehouse. The gang is happy to be back at the cozy treehouse. Max is still downstairs keeping dry on the porch. Soon he will have a cozy house of his very own. I can't wait to start building Max's doghouse. I'm glad we found this book at the library. Now we know where to start. Let's start with the foundation. So, this is how to make a mini doghouse. We are going to make our own mini doghouse. All right, so as you can see, I have already built our foundation. I used 4 popsicle sticks and 4 marshmallows to make. What shape did we make here? We made a square. So this is our foundation, because remember, when you're building a house, you have to start with a foundation. So now we have to start building our walls. So we're gonna keep building, but we're gonna base it off of our foundation. So we're gonna build up. So we stick our stick into that marshmallow, make sure it sticks in there, and we keep building up. We're using our sticks to make sure we have a great foundation. Because without a strong foundation, we can't build our house. So now we're gonna put our marshmallows up here at the top to make sure they all stick together. Once we may have to hold it, because when it's first building, those marshmallows are a little heavy on there. But then once we connect them together, it will hold up. Just like that, we have our first part. Again, you're gonna need adult help to help you, because as you can see, as you're first building it, sometimes it starts leaning over, but as we get it together, it will all stick and it will be sturdy. A little hard, but it's okay. We're working hard and they're gonna stick together. It just takes a little bit of practice. to get it to stick. And you may find some other things around to help with getting it to stick also. So we have our, there we go, think. There we go. Just a little, but like we said, as you keep working with it, it will work, friends. All right, and so our next part we're going to do. All right, so as you can see, we have our foundation here. So with an adult's help, you are going to build the roof of your house. Remember, you need to have a triangular shape on each side to build the roof of your house. So again, you're gonna have an adult help you to finish your doghouse. So I hope you have fun making and finishing up your doghouse. Wow, this was an awesome book to learn about how houses and things around you are made. I hope you had a great time starting to build your doghouse. So again, make sure you get an adult's help to finish your doghouse. And again, you can walk around your neighborhood and see all the great homes that were made. And you have a little bit of knowledge of how these things were made. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Overish, and I'm so glad that you're here to learn with me today. Today, we're going to practice using the primary and the secondary colors to add really nice detail in our drawings. Remember, our primary colors are blue, red, and yellow. And our secondary colors are green, orange, and purple. When we are making our drawings, it's important to be creative, but it's also important that we use the right colors and that we're adding lots of color to our drawing. If I'm drawing a picture of my friend on the playground, while I might want to make the monkey bars blue, I shouldn't also make me and my friend blue on the playground. And maybe that tree in the background shouldn't be blue. So when we think about adding details to our drawings, we know that if I'm going to draw an apple, I'm not going to use the color purple. I would use the color red. So today we're going to practice adding lots of good detail to our drawings. What you're going to need at home is a piece of paper and then our 6 colors, the colors of our rainbow, our primary, and our secondary colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Our challenge today is to make a picture that uses all 6 colors. Let's go ahead and get started. Today, we are going to make a drawing. And after we make our drawing, we're going to go back and use the colors in the rainbow to be able to add the details to our drawing. So you might want to start this part with a pencil, or if you have a black marker or a black crayon, you could do it that way as well. I'm going to draw an outdoor scene today. If you want to do something different, that is fine, as long as you're thinking of how you're going to use all 6 colors. I'm going to start by doing an outdoor scene, so I know I'm going to want to have some grass along the bottom. So I'm going to make just kind of a bumpy line along the bottom of my page with my black marker. Now, I think I'm also gonna add a big apple tree in my picture. So I'm gonna draw my trunk and the fluffy green part of the tree. Now I wanna try and figure out how I'm gonna use my color red in this outdoor scene. So I drew an apple tree. So now I'm gonna draw some apples coming out of the tree. And the best way for you to draw an apple is just a little line to show that's how it's connected to the tree. And then you can just draw a circle to represent the apple. And then when we color it red, the people who look at our picture will know it's an apple tree. Maybe I want to add a fluffy bush down at the bottom that I can later use to color green. I'm gonna draw my sun in the corner because I want it to be a really sunny day. Maybe I also want to draw a pond. I'm gonna draw it so it comes all the way over here and over to the edge of the paper. This way I can use that color blue when coloring my picture. Now, I know I'm gonna use the color yellow for the sun, the color green for my tree, the color red for my apples, blue for my pond. How should I use my colors orange and purple? What are some ways that we could add to this picture to add the colors orange and purple? What if we added some flowers by our pond? And one flower could be purple, and one flower could be orange. Now, I think my picture's done. I think I'm gonna be able to use all of my different colors when coloring it in. So now I'm gonna go through and start to color it in. First, I'm gonna go through with my color green, because there's a lot of different things that are green in this picture. We have the stem of our flowers are green. We have the bush down by the tree is green. Doing my best to stay inside the lines. And we have our grass down at the bottom, which is green as well. There's one more thing that I'm gonna color green. What's the one more thing I should color green on this picture? That's right, I'm gonna color the top of our tree green. And remember, you can use crayons or color pencils. If you don't have markers, you can also use watercolors or paints. The goal is that we're using our knowledge of the colors to color our picture with detail, using a bunch of different colors to make it really colorful. Now I've used my color green. I'm gonna put it off to the side because I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna use my color red to color the apples on our tree. Now I have my color orange. What was the one thing we were gonna color orange on this picture? That's right, we were gonna color in our flowers orange. And our color purple was the other flower. We only have 3 colors left. First, we have our color yellow. Should I color the sun yellow or the pond yellow? Let's color the sun yellow, since we know when we look outside we see a yellow sun. And you'll see we have blue left. We also have that color brown, which wasn't one of the primary or secondary colors that we listed, but I knew I was gonna want it for my tree trunk to really help add that extra detail to my apple tree. If you don't have the color brown, that's okay. And the last color I need to use is the color blue. I know I can color my pond blue. If I wanted, I could also take the time to color the sky blue. Did you draw a picture similar to mine? Were you able to use all 6 colors of our rainbow in our picture? Did you use red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple? Today we talked about using all 6 colors of the rainbow, our primary and our secondary colors, to add nice detail to our drawing. Hopefully you were able to make a drawing that had the colors red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. My name is Mrs. Overish, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, my name is Courtney Hawkins. I'm a parent of 4 children that are going here, well, 3 that are going here currently, and then 1 that is now in middle school. But we've been with Holiday Montessori since my oldest was in preschool. And probably one of my favorite things about this school is just the family environment. I love coming into school and hearing, hi, Miss Hawkins, and then just the care of the teachers let you know that your children are well taken care of. And we've had some teachers, all of them have been really good teachers, and we've had some that have been really good at challenging and inspiring our kids. I had a teacher that noticed my daughter's advancements in reading, and she kind of pulled her aside and gave her additional work that kept her moving forward and kept her challenged.
Hello, my name is Sahara Hawkins, and I am in the 8th grade. I am Harold Holiday alumni. I've gone here from the P4, which is a bit before kindergarten, all the way up to my 6th grade year. When I left Holiday Montessori, I felt really prepared to go to middle school because here at Holiday, I think their academics are very rigorous, and they prepare you for middle school because they give you due dates, they start giving you due dates and things like that. Assignments that are due weekly, which prepares you for middle school because there are assignments that are due weekly or daily. And then I just felt very prepared in general because they start doing less material and they start really just working on your communication within the middle school and how that transition is going to look like and what that transition is going to look like. So I just felt really prepared and like I was going to have a good transition in middle school.
We also have a teacher that my oldest son has right now that noticed some of his interests and encouraged him in that to do some research, thus combining the passion and the learning together. So we really are appreciating the teachers that our kids have had.
Hello, my name is Joshua and my grade is 5th.
My name is Micah and my grade is 1st. I like my teachers because they're nice.
I would say you should definitely join the Harold Holiday Montessori family because first, it's very opening and it's a welcoming environment. You have great teachers from all different backgrounds and they come in and they come to teach your child, but also just to help your child through life. They not only teach you like your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s, but they teach you motor skills and life skills that from a very young age that you may not think that an elementary school would teach you. And overall, it's a very diverse school in general, and it's in a good neighborhood.
Overall, I would encourage anyone that's considering coming to Holiday to come and just join this family environment of hands-on learning. And they've got great before and after school program. The LINK program is awesome. A big part of what contributes to that family environment. And we have a forward thinking and moving principal that it's done a lot with the school, changes in the school that improve the morale of the students and the staff here. So it's just a great environment to be in, and I encourage you to come and join the family.
Thank you for visiting Holiday Montessori School. If you'd like more information about our fine Montessori program, please call 816-418-1950 and we'll schedule a one-on-one tour with you. We look forward to sharing with you more about the great things that are happening here at Harold Holiday Montessori School.
Hey Kansas City, try this amazing no-bake or cheddar mac and cheese. What do you think of that? Hey Kansas City, guess what? We're at the Cardinal Cafe at Manual Career Technical Center, and today we are gonna make an amazing no-bake macaroni and cheese. You can even call it fake macaroni and cheese, which might make it an impasta. Okay, here we go. So this is orchetta pasta. Okay, you can use any kind of pasta you want in macaroni and cheese. I really like the orchetta, so guess what? We're gonna get some salt in our water back here, because when you're boiling pasta, your water should taste like the ocean. And believe me, if you're in the ocean, you really don't want to taste it. Hey, we're gonna get our pasta going. Now our goal in making this today is to get this done in the 11 to 12 minutes that it takes to cook that pasta, okay? So we've got our pan heating up with a little butter in there, because the first 3 ingredients in French cooking are butter, butter, and butter. We're gonna turn this baby all the way up for right now, okay? We're gonna start with our heavy cream. Okay, we've got heavy cream and butter in our pan. Now, me personally, when I'm making this, I love to season early, okay? So we're gonna start out with some smoked paprika, give it a little spice, little black pepper, some garlic powder. And you notice I'm not using all of everything I have for the simple fact that I don't want to over season, all right? Just a drop of salt because a lot of the cheese we're gonna be using today is salty. We'll give this a little whip around, okay? And what's gonna happen is that this cream is going to get real close to boiling. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get our cheese in there. Now honestly, today our cheese is a lot of cheese that we have in the fridge. Let's see, we have some smoked provolone, some pepper jack, some American, some cheddar, some mozzarella. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of cheese. You can use what you have at your house, okay? Let's give our pasta a little stir. Woo, it's boiling good. All right, our milk, our cream, is starting to warm up really nice. You're starting to see a little bit of steam come off of it. Here's the thing, you don't want to boil this, okay? You want to get it nice and hot. And what's going to happen is we're going to start to temper this with the cheese that we're putting in it, okay? So our cream is getting nice and hot. We're going to start with some pepper jack. I'm just going to lay it on top. Okay? We're going to do the same with this nice smoked provolone. We're going to give her a little stir up here. And this cheese and the fact that our cream is reducing is what's going to thicken this sauce. Now, I like a little color in my sauce, so I'm going to throw a little cheddar in there. Okay, we're going to get that moving around. You can see some of this cheese is starting to melt. It's awesome. That's exactly what we want. We need to do a quick spin around. Get our pasta quick. Our pasta's about halfway done right now. Uh-oh, you can see our cream starting to boil, so we're going to just take that down a little. We're going to get some mozzarella and throw in here. You know what? I see some American hiding in there. Let's get a few slices of American cheese in here. You can say what you want. American cheese is one of my favorite cheeses in the world. Okay. Just going to keep this moving around, bring our heat down a little. So as you look at this cheese sauce is really starting to thicken up nice. And to tell you the truth, I don't think we want to add any more cheese to this due to the fact that we're still going to have our starch on our pasta. We can switch back to our whip right now and just start bringing that together real nice. Okay, we're just going to stir it up. I'm telling you, you can smell that smoked paprika in there. It smells so nice. This is a beautiful sauce for our pasta. And you'll notice there's a little thickness here. I'm going to shut this off completely because as soon as this sauce is done, which for all common purposes, this sauce is done. And the fact of the matter is we don't want it too thick because we're going to have the starch from our pasta in with this, and that's going to thicken everything up. So I'm going to set this guy off to the side. I'm going to move our cheese bowl. We're going to get in and give this pasta a stir. Have a look at it, see what's happening. Oh, it's looking good. It's got 3-4 minutes left, so guess what? We're gonna need a saute pan and some butter to do our breadcrumbs. Okay, when we do this, here's my thing. You can see that these breadcrumbs that we have in this bowl are nicely toasted, okay? That's what we're looking to make this one look like. And the thing is, that makes this so delicious, is that we're gonna roast some garlic right in with these breadcrumbs. Gonna make it really tasty. So we're just gonna let that butter go ahead and melt. We're gonna check our pasta. Pasta's looking like 2 to 3 minutes out. It's still pretty yellow. Yeah, getting our butter going nice. Now, here's the thing. Me, I always use too much butter. I know I do, so guess what? We're gonna grab our butter pot off the stove. We're gonna salvage a little bit of this butter. Ta-da! All right, so we've got our butter going. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with our garlic. You can hear that garlic getting a little sizzle in there. That's what we want. Now, our breadcrumbs for the topping. We're gonna use about that much, okay? That's maybe 2 cups. But guess what? We have to keep these breadcrumbs moving, because if we don't, we're gonna burn them up. And that's the last thing we want. Okay? This process takes just a couple minutes. We're up on really nice high heat. Okay? Shake them up a little. Get them down in the bottom of our pan where that nice caramelization is going to happen. What's really funny is already you can see the slightest color change. Okay? We let that sit a second. What are we doing? Stirring pasta. What kind of pasta did we say this is? This is orchetta. Okay? Now, you can use any kind of pasta you want. You can use a bow tie, a spiral, a fusilli, a capitavi. That's my favorite. A capitavi looks like a corkscrew with ridges. Holds so much sauce. I mean, it's my absolute favorite. So as we turn this each time, you can see that we're getting some caramelization on these crumbs. And the thing is, some people will set this pan down, walk away for a minute, whatever they're doing, and come back and have perfect crumbs. I can't do that, okay? I need to stand over it, because if I don't, my crumbs are gonna get away from me. But right here, you can see on that turn that we're getting some real caramelization, and I'm gonna tell you what, it smells so good. Now, we've still got some spices left, right? Let's give it a little shake of that smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is one of my favorites. It has such a great smell to it. Give it a little shot of black pepper. But guess what? We better turn these babies. So here's the cool thing, you guys. In getting these spices in here right now, what you're doing is you're changing the flavor profile of your spices, because you're toasting your spices right along with your breadcrumbs. So when people dig into this, there's going to be a different flavor in the breadcrumbs than there are in the pasta and cheese itself. Okay? I wish you could smell this. That paprika is just pouring out. It smells so good. Oh yeah, now we're really starting to change our color on these breadcrumbs. And now's when I have to be careful, because if I'm not, I'm gonna go ahead and burn them up. That's starting to look really good. This is our goal. This is where we are. Guess what? That orchetta is looking amazing. We're gonna shut it down and we're gonna let it sit there for a minute before we drain it. Okay, you look on the edges, this is getting really nice and brown. And again, you know, this dish is for if you don't have room in your oven at Thanksgiving or Christmas, you can literally make this dish minutes before you eat. This isn't something that has to cook all day. You may want to use a spatula instead of just tossing them. I toss them because that's the way I was taught when I was a kid at the little joint called the Sportsman. You know, we used to turn hash browns, omelets, you name it. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left here, so I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to shut this off. And this is where I usually make my mistake. I'm going to grab this pasta and get it drained. Nope, I'm not going to leave it on the heat. You know, the fact of the matter is that if you know yourself the way I know myself, I have to take it off. But the thing is, we have to watch out for residual or carryover cooking because this pan is still very warm. Okay? When you look at these right on the edge, we've got some really nice dark breadcrumbs. The fact of the matter is we're setting this on a cold stainless steel table because we're trying to impede that cooking process or slow it down now. Okay, let's get some pasta. Yeah, we better take a towel for that baby. She's feeling pretty hot. Here's the thing, Kansas City. When you're dealing with hot pots and pans and hot water and everything around you is hot, take the time to make sure you're grabbing a dry towel, because if you grab a wet towel and you grab something hot like this pot, what's going to happen is that wet towel, steam is going to get created in there and it's going to burn your entire hand. It'll be far worse than if you just grab a hot pot, which I'm not suggesting either. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this pot right here. We're going to shake out our ladle and we're going to get this cheese sauce right into this pot. Okay, here's the thing, and something I want you to remember. It only takes a second to scrape a pan out properly and get all the goodness out of that pan, every bit of flavor, okay? Just try and do it right the first time. That's all you have to do. So we're going to grab this pasta. We're going to get this baby right into our sauce. Now remember, we did not rinse the starch from this pasta, okay? So, our sauce is hot, our pasta's hot, our breadcrumbs are hot, right? Look at that. That looks so good. It smells amazing. Here's the thing, that this is going to sit for 3 to 4 minutes. All of this liquid is going to get drawn into this pasta. Okay, all that starch is going to thicken up this pasta and this sauce. It's going to be amazing. So let's grab our pan. Always remember, give your pan a little spray. Okay, your dishwasher will thank you. Or if it's like here and I'm the dishwasher, I'll be very happy about it. Okay. Look at this. We're going to scrape out all this sauce. Get it right in there. We're going to spread that out nice, okay? We're going to set this guy over. Now, here's our first batch of breadcrumbs, okay? Pretty yummy, but look at this. This batch of breadcrumbs is gorgeous, okay? This is what you want on your no-bake pasta. We're just going to go in. And we're just going to start shaking a little on there. Okay? And you know, it may seem like you might have a little too much. I always like a little more because I love to just push it around a little, get every corner covered. Wow, Kansas City, check that out. That is an amazing very quick homemade macaroni and cheese. In this case, orchetta and cheese. And again, you can use any pasta whatsoever. And you know what? I just realized that I'm wiping down the counters as I talk to you. You know what? Some habits die hard. So, honest to goodness, guys, that's some amazing macaroni and cheese. I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a really quick break, and we come back, we're gonna dish it up into these bowls so that you can see this finished product, because it is amazing and it is oh so good. We'll be back in just a minute.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun, and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor, and being an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
All right, Kansas City, I'm telling you right now, we have not done a single thing to this. We left 3 minutes ago so we could get everything cleaned up. Guess what? We're back. We're gonna dish this up into these nice boats on these plates. But really, this bread topping honestly looks like it just came out of the oven, and I could not be touching this if it were just fresh out of the oven, okay? This is really just a little two-pot deal that you can do and get onto your Thanksgiving or Christmas table that quick, okay? Let's dish this up and see how it looks. Oh man, this is amazing. Honest to goodness, this makes me so happy. Look at that. We're gonna get some topping for it right here just to sprinkle on there. But I'm telling you what, that is amazing. And really, I wish you could smell how nice and garlicky it is. So good. And you know, you can see a little bit of this sauce down in the bottom of this pan. But I'm telling you right now, as this sits, by the end of dinner, all this sauce is going to be really nice and hearty, delicious. Look at that. I'm going to get a little bit of this crumb for on top here, because you just need a little crumb on top to go with everything else. Kansas City, I don't know what all you like on your table at Thanksgiving and Christmas at your house, but at my house, this is a clear winner. Remember, any kind of pasta in the world, this orchetta is like a flat shell. You can use a shell pasta, a macaroni, a bow tie, cappatavi. Remember, that is my favorite, so if you're ever making me macaroni and cheese, cappatavi all the way. Hey, you know what? I hope you make this orchetta and cheese, this macaroni. You know, I want to see your breadcrumbs. You can send me a picture at tbelisle@kcpublicschools.org. And Kansas City, make it, love it. Have a great day.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
The desire to create lives within each of us. From Grammy-winning producers and musicians, to NBA stars, to Navy admirals and Medal of Honor recipients, to internationally renowned artists and beloved local muralists, Paseo graduates have been creating their own success, their own history, their own legacy since 1926. Now it's your time. Create your future at Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. Learn more at enrollkc.org/Paseo.
I love Southeast because of the culture, the band program, and restorative justice.
I love Southeast because of the academics, sports, and students.
I love Southeast because of the people, the energy, and the advanced classes.
It's not alike. I love Southeast because the students here at Southeast are full of potential and they believe in achieving anything. We are Southeast. We stand shoulder to shoulder.
Join the Southeast family. Enroll today.
I am Lincoln Middle.
At Lincoln Middle School, students discover their talents and passions, where teachers plant the seeds of lifelong learning.
I am Lincoln Middle.
Where excellence is nurtured. Students develop the skills to be successful in school, career, and beyond.
Je suis Lincoln Middle.
Lincoln Middle is the public school where your child will thrive and grow. Open a world of possibilities. Apply today. Learn more at enrollkc.org/Lincoln Middle.